Tonight on Connecticut's news station, a 17-year-old killed in a late-night crash. We hear the latest from police. Plus, the Meriden restaurant recovering after their smoker was snatched, and now they're turning to the public for help. And 12 animals adopted, with many more to go after a local shelter announces it's shutting its doors.
Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for the news at 10. I'm Carmen Chow. We begin with sad news out of Woodbury. A 17-year-old has died in a crash late last night. 17-year-old Tristan Ocasio from Bethlehem was killed around 9 p.m. State police say the pickup truck he was driving crossed the center lane and hit two cars traveling in the other direction on Main Street in Woodbury. Police say his car hit the first car and then struck the second car head on. One driver was treated for minor injuries, but the other was not. Police are still investigating. A Meriden restaurant is asking for help to find its smoker that was stolen this weekend. Two Broke Chicks is Meriden's newest restaurant, and now the owners are having to make ends meet without their smoker. Fox 61's DeAndrea Turner joins us live from Meriden with more. DeAndrea.
Well, Carmen, this restaurant, it's been open since January, and the owners tell me that it's their dream come true to serve their community and to give people good food. But unfortunately, they've hit a bump in the road because on Saturday morning, this smoker right here, it was stolen, and now they want to know who did it just so they can get everything back on track.
It's made with love.
Food that'll make you go,
You know, it's not just cooking food for us, it's creating.
What started out as a distant dream.
I mean, it was a dream that we would have a restaurant or a food truck, but it's nothing that we kind of foreseen coming.
Is now a reality for the owners of Two Broke Chicks restaurant in Meriden.
And when the spot came available for rent and we decided to go for it, and we said, well, what would our name be? We just looked at each other and laughed and said, Two Broke Chicks.
Because that's what we were, so it just kind of stuck and went from there.
Now they've been in business for 3 months.
Order for you guys here, that's ready now.
Serving up soul food they stand by that's made with love.
When you taste our food, you definitely taste the love that we put into it.
But on Saturday morning, they came into the restaurant to find their smoker stolen.
They cut the locks, the chain, everything, took it with them.
This setting the two women back some.
We were saving up to get a fryer. I mean, as you can see behind us, we are working with a 2-burner stove and 1 fryer because we're 2 broke chicks. And without us having our smoker, we're gonna have to put that back on the back burner because we have to focus on getting the fryer and the bigger burners.
But even with this hiccup, they say they are still pushing forward.
It slowed us down, but it definitely didn't stop us.
And it did not stop them. They have been open for business. They still have a full menu of items that you can come check out, even though they don't have their smoker. Now, you were encouraged to call Meriden PD if you have any idea about who stole this smoker or where it is. For now in Meriden, DeAndrea Turner, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, DeAndrea, thank you. And time now for the weather watch. A much better day today than yesterday. Many of us waking up to warmer temperatures, melting some of that snow and sleet away. Let's toss it over to meteorologist Ryan Breton. Hey, Ryan.
Hi, Carmen. That's right. Temperatures way above freezing today. We hit 50 degrees in Hartford, 53 in New Haven. A lot of melting in northern Connecticut where there are still a few inches of snow on the ground in spots. Tonight, just a few clouds passing through, but perhaps you've already seen the nearly full moon out there tonight. Yesterday's storm now sitting and spinning up over the Canadian Maritimes. It won't affect us in a big way. However, we will have a gusty breeze out of the north and northwest tomorrow on the backside of this system. Tonight, temperatures dropping into the upper 20s to low 30s, so not particularly cold for this time of the year. And during the day tomorrow, we'll have a mix of clouds and sunshine out the door in the morning. Plan on temperatures in the low 30s early on, and we're headed for high temperatures tomorrow afternoon between 45 and 50 in most spots, but it will be a little bit colder than that in the northwest hills. Tomorrow night, there's a weak system, little clipper system that will be going by to our south, likely to get some snow from New York City down into central Jersey. Can't rule out a flurry or snow shower in southwest Connecticut. Otherwise, though, that is a miss for us tomorrow night into Tuesday morning. So tomorrow, temperatures in the 40s, near 50 along the shoreline, a breezy day, a little bit chillier on Tuesday, and then we're quiet for Wednesday. There is a storm out there, though, in the 7-day forecast. We'll talk more about that coming up.
Ryan, thank you. And we're also following developing news tonight of a Chinese food delivery driver that's been shot and killed. This happening last night around 7 p.m. on Boston Avenue and Palisades Avenue in Bridgeport. Upon arrival, police found a 35-year-old man from Flushing, New York, shot. They believe the victim was a Chinese delivery food driver in the area. No arrest had been made as of Sunday, and police said they're still in the process of contacting his next of kin. And police are investigating another fatal pedestrian crash, this time on Riverside Avenue in Westport. Emergency responders were called to the scene late last night after a car struck 54-year-old Matthew Bulga of Norwalk. He was taken to the hospital but was pronounced dead. The driver did remain on the scene and is cooperating. Police are still investigating. And in Meriden, police responded to a rollover accident early this morning. Police say the car hit a pole and rolled over. A single passenger was taken to the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries, and we have no word on their condition or if anyone else was injured. And tomorrow, the owner of a construction company is due in court after being arrested when a worker was killed in a trench collapse. Dennis Botticello and an employee, Glenn Locke, are facing manslaughter charges in the death of Dennis Slater. Slater died at a construction site in Vernon back in July. The sides of dirt trench collapsed in on him at Laurel Woods Farms.
It wasn't just an accident. This could have been prevented. This hole was nearly, quite long. And they failed to have any trench boxes. We're very careless in their actions, and somebody died as a result of this.
Local, state, and federal investigators were involved in the case. Both Botticello and Locke will appear in court tomorrow. And exciting news tonight, University of Connecticut students raised nearly $1.5 million in the annual HuskyThon to benefit the Connecticut Children's Medical Center. Nearly 4,000 participants were on the floor from 6 a.m. to midnight to support. Nearly 30 children and teens ranging in age from 3 to 16 received a VIP welcome. UConn's 24-year total for the HuskyThon is over $11 million in support of Connecticut children's. An awesome job to everyone who participated. And the SPCA of Connecticut says its animal shelter in Monroe will close in 2 months due to financial problems. There are currently 15 dogs and 6 cats there who still need to find homes. However, after hearing about the shelter closing, many people have stepped up to help.
A day and a half, we've had 100, almost 200 applications for our animals, and we fielded 300 phone calls.
Now, since our story first aired on Friday, 5 dogs and 7 cats have been adopted. So if you're interested in joining in on the fun by adopting a cat or a dog, you can go to fox61.com or the free Fox 61 News app to find out how you can get in touch with the SPCA.